I'm Levi the Poet.
Out the front door, friends, and toss up my keys. From here on out, I'm gonna do whatever it is I please, just outside of this thickening.
I started writing poetry, like 9 or 10 years ago probably. I didn't call it poetry. Honestly, I honestly don't think I really know that much about poetry at all. At least in the educational or like literal sense or whatever, all the poems on Werewolves, which is a CD that I have out right now, came from old journals that I had written just about stuff in my life. It's a super testimonial album, and basically I just made it into performance pieces. Maybe that's because I never learned how to play music, and so that's all I could do. Well, I'm on tour a lot. I played just about 200 shows this last year. I was on tour for 5 months straight at the beginning of the... Well, I was home for 7 days. I was home for a week out of 5 months at the beginning of this year. My life. I don't know that it's controversial. I mean, whatever, other people can say that, I guess. I think it's just stuff that I was going through. There's a poem called Pretty Pornography about a porn addiction that I haven't struggled with still. I believe that the Lord is faithful and just, and that He can pull you out of those things. There's a verse in Hebrew that talks about how you can come boldly into the throne room of grace because we have a Savior who can sympathize with our weaknesses and help us overcome them and stuff like that. And so I'm just trying to figure out what that means, living a life of transformation and sanctification and trying to seek the Lord's face in all of it.
It's my puppy! I want to make believe that she is a girl sleeping next to me, like I used to when I was lonely, like I was lucky enough to have some...
I think Jesus Christ is He is God. I think that He is part of the triune nature of God, and that He came to earth and died and lived a perfect life and died in my place, and that He revealed Himself to me, and that He is gracious and loving, and that the only way to heaven is through Him. It's been awesome to see the Lord work. I was actually listening to a teaching today that, while I was driving, that was talking about like the fruit of your ministry and stuff like that, and having that be the thing that really helps you evaluate if you're actually doing anything with it. And man, it's been really cool to see the Lord work through this project. A girlfriend wrote me a few weeks after the show, and she said, "Hey dude, my boyfriend was going to kill himself the night that you played in Florida, but he came to the show instead, somehow, probably by God's providence, saw you play, and he's alive, and that poem, When I Go to Meet God, really spoke to him, and he didn't kill himself. So thank you. I'm still in my relationship with my boyfriend, and he discovered Jesus."
2 more just in case on that second day. When I wake, I decide to smoke all 8. But a Captain and Coke would go so nicely right now, as I have been...
Awesome. Like that show with the gun show where that kid got saved. Like, I don't think anyone bought any merch, like, no one did anything. I mean, people got, I guess they dug it or whatever, but then I got to talk to that kid for like 45 minutes afterwards. And that's like stuff that's new to me, like that. And I don't think of myself as like, I just think it's interesting that the Lord really does use the foolish things of this world to like accomplish His purposes. And I'm not like, I don't even know what the... But the plan is to write, to record another album, hopefully add some more like theatrical visual dynamics to the live show. I definitely, I feel like Jeremiah 29:11 is a classic that's like For I know the plans I have for you, the plans for plans for good and to prosper you, to give you a future and a hope, or plans for good and not for failure. That's amazing. That's like, you know, down and out time, you read that Bible verse, it's awesome. I want it to point to Christ. I want it to, because I think that that's what my life points to, and it is an album, like the album and everything that I perform right now is kind of like a story from a really dark place to a darker place to a lighter place. And so I do want it to point to Christ. Like, I want it to be reflective of the work that He's done in my life. And I do not, like, if that doesn't happen, then I want people to be able to enjoy it for art's sake. But I don't want to be ashamed of what I'm trying to do either. I used to get really frustrated, and sometimes still do, with people that are just like, you know, oh, I only do this for God, and if God isn't in it, then blah, 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 and this, like, super spiritual, overhyped, like, give me your money because I'm a Christian doing Christian things thing. And maybe that's, like, sounds really rude, but there's a lot of people that I think are doing that, and that I've toured with that do that. And I don't want that to be the case.
Forgot about the fact that I'm down. It's funny how perspectives change so quickly when you're the one with your head beneath that toilet seat wearing that crap.
Music kind of bugs me right now because I can, like, go pick up a magazine and there'll be all these bands that I've never heard of that are super famous in July, and then in August I can go pick up the same magazine and all of those bands are gone, and there's 30 more super famous bands that I've never heard of, and everything is really fleeting sometimes, I think. So I don't know. Right now I'm listening to Bright Eyes, Modest Mouse, Counting Crows. I love HM Magazine. I write for those guys. I would definitely say to check that out. It's Hard Music Magazine, and they are, the editor is one of my best friends, and they have done amazing work and have had tremendous influence in the music community and in glorifying Christ through that. White Collar Sideshow, for sure, one of my favorite bands in the world. Also some of my best friends. I miss them whenever I'm not with them. Every time we go back, it feels like home, living in their little RV.
The way you talked about my pain, you became the seed inside that gave root to change. And I pray every day that there is power in prayer. And I hope with all my heart that my heart's gonna find you there. And if you're really bigger than my skepticism, then how dare I compare that high I prescribe with that. I touched enough to let life alive.